What advice would you give to new immigrants who are
Mhm.
just starting their life here in Australia?
There's quite a few, but I would like to say do a lot of research on your own and don't fully rely on your agent and the information they give you. A lot of agents would still know better than you, but I would recommend that you do your own research because it'll be very helpful when you try to make a decision. Some agents might give you wrong information at the wrong timing. I guess if you think of getting PR, doing a lot of research is very important. If you're about to move to Australia, study English. A lot of Filipinos, they already speak really good English because they're used to it. But I guess this is advice more for like Koreans, Japanese, Chinese who would barely speak English in their countries. Because I've seen a lot of people struggling to get a job and even getting really behind in the class because of their English level. If you speak good English, you would have more options when it comes to finding a job. If you have to study, of course, your English needs to be good. If you have some time to prepare until moving here, try to improve your English as much as you can.
What was your most memorable experience so far here in Australia? Be good, can be bad.
I know what answer you want me to say. Getting to know Cindy. Being
good?
friends of Cindy.
Is it good?
No, honestly,
God.
one of the most memorable times in my Australian life is meeting Cindy in Tasmania because we spent a lot of valuable time together and studying together was full and no, because she helped me a lot and she actually helped me a lot. Getting PR, I think that was the most memorable when I actually got my PR because I worked for it like 5 years and getting PR hasn't been easy. Even though we studied nursing, because of the new rules that they introduced, so it was getting really difficult to get PR in Australia. When I got my PR, like I was, extremely happy. It was almost like dream come true.
Is there any time when you feel so nervous or having anxiety or sleepless nights thinking
Yeah.
how you can get there?
Yes, I studied in Tasmania, but I got my PR sponsored by Victorian government. I moved to Melbourne after I finished my course because last financial year, Victoria eased their rules. Radically, it was much easier to get PR in Victoria, in Melbourne, but there was no data that I could rely on. In the past, Jens could rarely get PR in Melbourne. There was no information for me. It was very challenging for me to decide whether moving to Melbourne. Even my agent was suggesting that I would just stay in Tasmania because he thought it was a lot more safer. But I just had this gut feeling that I would successfully get PR in Victoria, and I started hearing from different people on Facebook, like Ian's getting PR in Melbourne, in Melbourne, metropolitan area, not even regional area. But then my agent was sort of stirring me because he said like, oh, it might be false. People might be lying on Facebook, so you shouldn't trust it. And I still moved because trusting my gut feeling. Here I am. I got my PR. Yeah, every single nurse applied for PR last year. Like they got PR like in Victoria. So fortunately, it worked well in the end. That was the most difficult decision that I ever made. And even Cindy thought I was being crazy.
Anything else you'd like to add, Kim?
Just want to say that my PR pathway was my personal decision. It wasn't recommended by anyone around me. I had to take the risk, like really, really big risk. Please don't rely on the information that I'm providing. Migration law, the requirements change every year. Keep yourself up to date with all the information. Personally, think it's okay to work with an agent, but do your own research as much as possible so you don't let your agent make mistakes.